This is the story of faith so steadfast, so persistent, it moved Jesus himself to act. It's a story of a Canaanite woman, one that reveals the transformative power of belief and persistence. Let me take you to the rolling hills near Tyre and Sidon, where this encounter takes place. The air is alive with ancient tales, and the atmosphere brims with divine expectation. Are you ready to delve into this powerful account? This story will challenge everything you thought about faith. The setting is tense. Jesus and his disciples are traveling through the predominantly Gentile region of Tyre and Sidon. After a long journey, their intention is to find some rest in a quiet place. But as often occurs in the ministry of Jesus, solitude is interrupted by the needs of the people. Suddenly, from among the trees comes a woman. She is not of the Jewish people, but a Canaanite, a group often looked down upon at the time. Her skin reflects the rich tones of the sun-swept land, her shoulders draped in humble, earth-toned cloth. Her eyes, tired yet resolute, are the window to her anguish. Behind her desperation lies a silent plea. A plea not for herself, but for her daughter. Her daughter suffers greatly under the torment of a cruel demon. "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me," she cries, pushing past the murmurs and disapproving stares of the disciples. Her voice echoes with equal parts pain and conviction. She knows exactly who she's crying out to. She addresses him as the Son of David, acknowledging him as the Messiah, a bold declaration for a Canaanite woman. Yet her cries are met with silence. Jesus doesn't immediately respond. For a moment, the disciples see an opportunity to dismiss her. "Send her away. She keeps crying out after us," they urge Jesus. They see her as a nuisance, an interruption to their journey. But Jesus' silence is not ignorance. It is an invitation for something greater. Finally, Jesus speaks, testing the depths of her understanding and faith. "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel," he says. It is a response layered with purpose. This reply does not deter the woman. Instead, it strengthens her resolve. Improperly orchestrated faith might retreat at these words, but not hers. She kneels before him. It is an act of worship, humility, and relentless faith. The image is striking. The woman bowing in the dust, her dignity laid bare, her hope steeped in the presence of the divine. "Lord, help me," she pleads, her voice almost breaking. Just 3 simple words that carry the weight of her soul. But Jesus speaks again. "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." The words may seem harsh, meant to provoke a deeper response. Culturally, the divide between Jew and Gentile was profound, yet this woman does not flinch. Her faith churns like a fire steady against the wind, unyielding. "Yes, Lord," she retorts, with a wisdom and grace that surprises everyone around. "But even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." What an incredible moment of faith, humility, and boldness all woven together. She is not asking for a feast, just a crumb of his mercy, knowing that even the smallest extension of Jesus' power is enough. This is the moment that changes everything. Jesus' face softens. His voice carries an unmistakable tone of admiration. "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." In that instant, her daughter is healed. This account carries layers of meaning. It teaches us the importance of persistence. The Canaanite woman might have been brushed off by others, dismissed for her background, or discouraged by silence, but she refuses to let earthly barriers stop her plea. Her faith crosses boundaries. It doesn't look at the differences of culture or religion. It looks straight at Jesus, knowing he is the answer. And what of Jesus' response? His initial silence and words might seem baffling, even jarring. But these moments serve a purpose. They bring her faith to the surface, making it visible for all to witness. It is a lesson not just for her, but for his disciples, reminding them, and us, that faith knows no boundaries. God's mercy is not limited to a select group. It overflows to all who believe. Many of us have moments where we must push past no. Whether we are struggling with illness, praying for a loved one, or seeking breakthroughs in our personal lives, the story of the Canaanite woman reminds us to persist. Her faith stands as a challenge to trust steadfastly, even when the answer seems distant. And so, as Jesus and his disciples leave the region of Tyre and Sidon, they carry this encounter in their hearts. For the woman, it's the ultimate confirmation that God's love reaches far beyond borders. Her story is immortalized, a testimony of unshakable faith that inspires us even today. So ask yourself, do you have a faith that persists? A faith that can move mountains, break barriers, and grasp even a crumb of God's infinite mercy? This is the story of an extraordinary woman who believed and dared to ask. What will you dare to ask for today? In action.